So can you spot a liar simply by watching their body language? Well, in a lot of cases, the answer is yes.
Two politicians in the news here lately for what they may or may not have done. That includes Arnold Schwarzenegger's secret baby and Congressman Anthony Weiner's suggestive photo, which he now admits that he did send. Here with us, body language expert, Dr. KCAL9. Thanks for being with us.
You're very welcome. It's a pleasure. But how do you know I'm not lying?
We're watching for the sign.
Very closely. You know, this is something I wish we all were very skilled at. And I guess that there are books like this out there that can help us get more so.
Well, you know, I think anybody now that's going to lie on video tape is going to be done in, because so many of us are now dissecting and understand. That's why it's in a relationship like with Arnold Schwarzenegger and Maria, that's a little more difficult. You have a lot of, it's harder and harder. The more you love someone, the more you like someone, it's harder to really realize that they're lying to you.
Do you think we're all getting better at detecting lying because of things like this we've been watching on TV?
You know, I think TV has given us a lot of not too factual information. Like you can, if you look down, it means this, or if you look up, it means this, or if you blink. There are signs of lying, like increased blink rate or dropping your eyes at the end of a declarative statement, that most liars do. But you can't, every time somebody looks in a certain way, or if you happen to have a normally high blink rate, doesn't mean you're lying.
So there's not one red flag or one dead giveaway?
Unfortunately, there isn't. What happens is when you lie, your brain has to work overtime, so you stress your body, and what comes out are stress signals. You will, play or pacify, or you'll keep your hands very still not to give away the lie. And because the muscles of your face are directly linked to the skin, your expressions, there was a lot of work in facial expressions with Senator Weiner, particularly in that first video conference that he did, that press conference where he was so evasive. And
let's take a look at that. In fact, this is the congressman before today's admission. Can we see anything here?
Well, hands on the hips, of course, is that classic "don't fool with me, I'm bigger than you" are kind of gesture.
Interesting.
But what I noticed mostly was when he did the press conference, there was so much lip compression. That's when you push your lips together tightly or you retract them slightly. That only happens when something very untoward is going on. You don't usually have that reaction.
Does that mean there's something you don't want to get out?
Something you don't want to talk about, or you don't want to get out, you're trying to hang on to it. There was also a wonderful facial expression that he had, which was of contempt. Very hard to do. It's only one side of the face that goes up, and that's a very contemptuous look. And he did that, and when I caught that, I thought, oh my gosh, never lie if you're going to be on YouTube the next day.
And this was video, we should point out, of last week when he was denying all the allegations against him. And then we have video of him today, because he did have a news conference just within the past hour.
I just saw that.
Okay, and here's that news conference. And the one thing I noticed about this was he was looking down, and you say that's an indication of lying. And this is when he's supposedly coming clean about everything. But you also said he was using his notes. He was looking down.
Looking down after you've just declared something as a truthful statement and then dropping your eye contact. But looking down in general can be a feeling of regret, remorse. There's a lot of reasons why you would look down. It's harder when someone's reading from notes, because you really can't look at where their eyes would track normally. The only thing you can look at are some of their facial expressions. So I think he was more open today. There may be more things to come.
Very interesting. You say in common conversation and relationships with people around the office, or maybe even those we're close to, there's a lot of lying that goes on, kind of these little white lies that we tell.
A 2-year-old will swear, covered in chocolate, that she did not touch the candy.
It was my sister.
We start lying at a very young age, and a lot of it's social, a lot of it's polite, a lot of it's to get out of trouble. But the one thing that you can do to be a good lie detector is to know somebody's baseline behavior. So to know what's normal for them. So when they start to deviate from that, you may not know they're lying, but you'll know they're stressed about something, and you've hit a hot spot.
Very interesting.
Oh, we're going to be watching from now on. Thank you so much, Doctor.
The Silent Language of Leaders is the book. You can get more from Dr. Goldman and her Forbes magazine blog. It is called You Don't Say. We have a link to it. Just go to KCAL9.com, click on Seen on TV, and pick up the book as well. Thank you very much for being here.
Thank you. My pleasure.
We do appreciate it.
And I do mean that.
And I mean that, too. Thank you so much.